Hello, it's Froggerfish here with Frog Talks. So, yeah, well, you're looking at my light? That's my light. Yeah. Yeah, I'm too lazy to put on the real lights, as you see. Put on these lights, and they're halogen, so they're really hot. Well, I have my lantern on, and there's my, I don't know. Can you see my computer? Well, that's Jack's back. He's not going to talk, and we have my other light there. But so earlier today, I made a video rant. Don't know what's happening with that. Depends on if my computer's gonna be stupid. If it is, how about this? Don't count on it going up. So this is the first vlog or video of Frog Talks. So this is weird. Um, well, today I'm gonna definitely be talking about tests and standardized tests. So we had a standardized test before, and it's a test you have to take. Everyone takes the same exact test. Sometimes it changes. Now, originally, then George Bush, President George Bush, well, it's really dark, did the No Child Left Behind Act, which now adds, let there be light, which now makes it so there's added even more. So I'm in high school, so I'm taking standardized tests. I have one in a day, and it's a practice ACT and SAT. Originally, ACT and SAT were meant to be taken outside of school, not during school. They were not a school occurrence. Okay. Now, there's a standardized test for practicing for something that happens outside of school. And the government funds it. Wow. Okay. Now I lived in Massachusetts for a while. So we have this test called MCAS. It was designed to be the hardest standardized test in the country. And it was. And then I moved to Colorado and we had CSAP. And then a year later we had TCAP. And another year later we had TCAP and TCAP and TCAP and TCAP. And now this year it's this whole countrywide test, which doesn't change. And the problem already is teachers already teach to the test, not to life. Like, it's a great thing. I'm in advanced math. I'm in a good math class. Kids are in math. What is algebra? What is geometry? What's calculus going to do for us to doing tips and taxes and balancing a checkbook? And is science going to teach us how to cook food when we're in our own apartment? The standardized test should not be a test on saying, oh, what are you learning? It should be on, what do you need to do? You need to know how to balance a checkbook. You need to know how to do tips. You need to know how to do taxes. You need to know how to cook. You need to know how to be self-sufficient. I took sewing class. I know how to sew, which means I can fix my own clothes, which means I don't have to pay someone or buy new clothes when I don't have the money. I mean, look at this. Look at this. My dad got this for me. You see it? It's CP. Yeah, I'm not cover the brand, but it's a little sewing kit. Right? I mean, hopefully I'll never have to use it, but if I ever rip something, I can use it. I can fix my own clothes. That should be the standardized test. The standardized test shouldn't be, oh, what's 6x plus 7x plus b times 13c to the power 12 multiplied by 600, and what is a? Did you hear an a in there? Because I can't exactly remember what I said, but that shouldn't be the standardized test. The standardized test should be balance the checkbook, pays the tax, what's these taxes, what's the bill. It should be something that'll help us. I mean, algebra is great if you're going to be an engineer. And I mean, how many people in high school know what they're going to be? I mean, but I think real life should come first. I mean, so schools, especially my school, make a big deal. We're advanced. We're 512th in the state out of a million. We're no, wow, 512th in the country out of a couple million. Great, we're academically advanced. No, don't you say 10%. I'm in the middle of a. So we do that, right? So we're off, and I'm actually turning that off so you can see my face. So we're doing which. But how does this help us? How does this help us? Shut up, Jack. How does this help us when we get out? We're on our own. We're not living under a parent's roof. They're not paying our bills. We are. We're doing the tips. We're balancing our checkbook. We're paying taxes. I mean, your parents will do a lot of things for you, but you can't exactly. They're not an infinite source of money unless your parent is Bill Gates. You don't have to worry for the rest of your life, but most of the rest of us do. I mean, Evergreen, it's a pretty nice community, but I mean, I'm not getting that much money. And I bet you a lot of these kids who are loaded up, are like, oh, I have tons of money. How money? Their parents are incredibly smart, so how much of that money are they getting? Maybe when they get 30 or something. What I would do if I had a lot of money was I'd take my parents, and my kid, and you're like, all right, what you're going to do is you got from 18, 35. You make as much money as you can, work as hard as you can, and at 35, that's when you start to get your money. That's when you start to get the money I have. You're going to inherit it. I don't want you getting your money and relying off the money I've worked hard to get or my grandfather worked hard to get because, money's going to run out. I mean, just because you have a couple $1,000,000 in the bank doesn't mean that couple of million's never going to run out. That's something to think on. But again, standardized tests. So I have a lot of tests this week: Spanish, history, science, math. You can count on basically one in every class. Granted, but so I don't really know what to say about that. So I have a test in every class. And then in the middle of the week, right in the middle, Wednesday, I get a standardized test. A standardized test. Okay? Wonderful. But, I mean, so then we get TCAP, standardized test. The No Child Left Behind. So, the test is a great thing until you take a look at the test. The test is not a couple pieces of paper stapled together. It's a big test booklet. My test booklet that I'm taking the test in probably costed $50 to make. Instead of paying 20 cents and stapling them together. And then they have to buy the machines to read the test because it's a scan. And then once you have the scan, you have the written response, which you have to pay a group of teachers to read and then grade. And then you have the reading and writing test. Those drive me insane. So, reading, you read a paragraph, you read something, right? And then you have to write an essay on it. So you read it, you write the essay. Now that essay is going to be used to grade your reading and your writing. So what's in the essay is how well you know actually what you read. What I read and what I get in my head, only 5% of it makes it on the paper. Not a lot of it makes it on the paper. If you heard a conversation with me with one of my teachers about something, it'll go on for hours and I won't even be halfway done. And I understand it. Okay. And the standardized test, like CSAP, TCAP, all of that is funding. It's just funding. Like, you guys could teach it. They'll say, no, it actually determines all that. No, no, they're lying. It's funding. That's all it is. It is funding. So you have the here's a recap. So you have a teacher teaching to the test, which is funding to the school, which gives her better, or him slash her, better equipment to teach with, so he can teach to the test. Okay. Their jobs? I don't know. I mean, it's not exactly what they get paid is what they get paid. It's not going to change depending on the test. There's something to think about for you. So, I'm going to end the video. Have a nice day. Don't work too hard on those standardized tests unless they're actual ACT and SAT, and then work your rear end off. But see you next time. Peace.